What is going on, guys? Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man issue 2. Now, they've left on a damn good cliffhanger on the end of issue 1, and we are going to find out what happens next. But first, just before we jump into this comic, I just want to reveal the winner for the digital copy for issue 1. And of course, you guys left loads of comments. And I swear to God, it was so hard to choose a winner, but I had to. And of course, if your name is on the screen now, then you have won the issue 1 to Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man digital code. Now, I'll send you that code in the next 24 hours, and if I haven't, then I've either died or something really weird has happened. But yeah, I'll leave the links in the description to Marvel Redeem and Marvel.com and all that, so you can redeem your code and stuff. But yeah, congratulations, and I hope to be doing more giveaways in the future. But anyway, imagine that person's comment coming true, like Miles' dad becoming the Prowler. That would be so sick. Just like, I can imagine the fight scene now, Miles Morales imagining, like, trying to figure out how the Prowler is come back to life. Because obviously he'll think it's just his uncle, but then it's revealed that it's his dad. Damn, that'd be so sick. But anyway, we're going to dive straight into this comic. Issue 2 of Miles Morales, The Ultimate Spider-Man. It ended on a massive cliffhanger, and I've already read this issue, and it ends on a fantastic ending. But you guys are going to have to watch the video to find out. So let's get straight into it now, and let's do this. Alright, so straight away it kicks off at Oscorp Industries. If I read that right, I have no idea whether I did, but if you remember in the last issue, Norman Osborn is actually alive. For what the hell reason, I have no idea. And he's got his powers as the Green Goblin, of course. And he ends up going back to his, like, Oscorp building. And of course he has, like, a secret lair. Like every evil villain should. But I want to know how S.H.I.E.L.D. hasn't even got onto this guy yet, like, seriously. But it looks to me like he's already got, like, his Goblin lab still set up. It looks like he's got Dr. Octopus's arms on the wall up there. So maybe Dr. Octopus is held somewhere by Norman Osborn. And yeah, it looks like he's pretty much recreating the Goblin Serum or something like that. But then we dive straight back into Miles Morales and Peter Parker face to face, asking for his web shooters back. Like, obviously, I mean, if you're Spider-Man, you need your web shooters back. But Miles is just in complete shock and awe that Peter Parker is actually stood right in front of him. And of course, Peter Parker would be about 18 now, since it's been like 2 years, but you can already see Peter's humorous side of him coming through, you know, like all the, okay, I'll wait, and the language, and hello, can you hear me, and all that, you know, kind of the mess about kid that he always is, but it's a bit more mature, because obviously he's like 18 or something now, probably, because it's been like 2 years since he's died, but who knows if he ages, he could be a clone, who knows. But yeah, Miles starts running through a bunch of stuff like 616 Universe and alternate dimensions, like from the Spider-Man series. Oh yeah, they're making a Spider-Man 2 as well, eventually. But what I like is that Peter starts to get a little bit angry first. Like, Miles is just like, tell your Aunt May, and he's like, no. And he's like telling him to give him his web shooters and stuff like that. Peter actually walks up to Miles and ends up grabbing his wrist. Now, of course, he doesn't know that Miles Morales has the power of the Venom Sting, or whatever you want to call it. And it basically just throws Peter Parker back, which is awesome because it means that Miles Morales got the first shot on Peter Parker. But we're going to find out what happens next. Now, Peter pretty much just stands up and punches Miles Morales straight into the wall. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this red flare thing, I had no idea what this was at first. But then I put it together, and of course, it's Miles Morales being punched in the face and blacking out. But then eventually we get to Peter Parker actually being, like, just disappeared. When Miles wakes up, his web shooters are gone. Peter Parker's taking his web shooters back. And then he's trying to put it together in his head like, Peter Parker alive, what the hell? And yes, he comes to terms with the fact that Peter Parker is a clone. Now, I'm not confirming that Peter's a clone, but that's what Miles Morales thinks at least. And I kind of think it's a bit more than that, because in my opinion, I don't actually think that they'd reveal that Peter Parker is a clone, even though it might be. But you know what I mean, like, it kind of seems a bit too soon to just go, yeah, a clone. I think it's much bigger than that. It's going to be something a whole lot more. But then we go back to these two Beetle looking guys, like I said in issue 1, and they're just kicking the asses of these security guards. And it gets a bit weird here. It was kind of hard to show you which order these panels go in, but if you just follow the video, then they're in the right order, so don't worry, just follow the writing if you want to read that. and just follow the video, it'll be fine. But yeah, basically, I can't remember what they're trying to steal, but they're there for a specific reason, at least. And what I absolutely hate about this is like when this police officer, when this security guard kind of just gives up, like his mate gets tased, right? And for some reason he hasn't even called the police yet, like the cops. I don't know why he hasn't called them yet. But pretty much the other security guard is kind of just like, yo dude, you can have whatever you want. I don't want anything to do with this. I didn't sign up to be beaten up. But I actually think these two guys are two clones of Peter Parker as well. But pretty much this security guard is going to help them get what they want. And then we go back to Gank's house, and Gank is kind of just like, wait, so Peter Parker is alive, and Miles Morales is trying to convince Gank that he's a clone, but we don't know that for sure, remember? So, but I love how we've got to keep our minds open about this as well, because we don't know for sure that it is a clone just because Miles thinks it is. Nah, I don't think he is. But anyway, Gank finally finds out from Miles that Sarah is... Oh no, it's Sarah, what the hell? Jessica Drew, aka Catwoman. Why am I getting all these names wrong? Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman. There we go. Gank finally is told that basically she's a clone of Peter Parker, like a girl version. And then it goes to Gank saying how pretty much Peter Parker must have had like a nice butt or something, I don't know. But as they're talking there, they start discussing a bit more about Mary Jane and Gwen and Aunt May and if he's told them or not. But he's trying to figure out if he should or not. He's not entirely sure. And then it turns out that Miles actually went to Aunt May's house first, but she's not answering her phone or anything like that stuff. Just he can't get hold of her pretty much, which is so ironic, you know what I mean? And also Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman, who said Catwoman then, won't pick up the phone either. It's like all of the Avengers or all the Ultimates or whatever they are. He's just nowhere to be seen when they are most needed. But then a massive surprise happens. Miles' girlfriend actually shows up. And I love how they kind of say, oh, what's going on, blah, 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 and all this. And then Gank and Miles both say nothing. And then his girlfriend leans in and she says, now seriously, what's going on? Like, I love kind of how they can just both say that to each other type of thing. Like, they can trust each other, and she thinks that Miles is just going to come out with it. And of course, Miles and Gank are just like, no, 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 it's a surprise, blah, 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 all this. But holy crap, the biggest cliffhanger. Again, Brian Michael Bendis knows how to do these. Miles is pretty much just about to tell his girlfriend that he is Spider-Man. Like, how can it end it there? What the hell? Are you serious? But yeah, that is the end of the comic, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of review. I'm going to give my thoughts on it now, actually. I pretty much think that it might be a clone of Peter Parker, maybe, I'm not entirely sure. I'm edging more towards that, but it seems a little bit too quick that they've, like, revealed that he's a clone. So I think that just because Miles thinks that, I think there's a bit of a twist to it, like, maybe there's, like, thousands of him or something. But yeah, also to go on to, in revealing his identity to his girlfriend, I think it's Kate Bishop, innit? If I remember correctly, yeah it is. I think that he's actually going to get like distracted, like something's going to happen, like a car's going to blow up behind him, or he's going to see maybe Peter Parker walking in the street or swinging by, something like that with his web shooters. You never know, but something's going to happen here, and I hope to God that he reveals his identity to her, because it'd be so awesome. But yeah, as my overall score, I'd probably give it maybe an 8 or a 9, just because there wasn't really much action except for Peter punching Miles in the face. But yeah, that's about it. So that is my final score for this comic. Still an awesome comic though. So yeah, 8ish out of 10. Anyway, that is it for the end of this comic review. And of course, to the person that won this competition thing about the issue 1 code, I will be sending that within the next 24 hours. And if it doesn't get to you, then it's either I've developed some kind of forgetfulness or I've died. So yeah, you're guaranteed this code pretty much in the next 24 hours. Probably after this video, actually. But yeah, also, don't forget to click in the links in the description to go to Marvel.com and stuff like that. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like my video. Don't forget to leave a comment letting me know what you guys think is going to happen as well. And I will be doing more giveaways in the future. But until then, please hit the like button if you like my video, because it really helps out a lot and it lets me know you guys are enjoying these comics. and of course don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more, and I will see you guys in my next video.